Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is April, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup from the Sephora collection. Now the reason why I wanted to do this video is because the Sephora spring sale is fast approaching us. I think by the time this video goes up it'll be in a week or so, and during the sale Sephora collection will be 30% off all of their products. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and do a full face of makeup from them. I do have products that I haven't tried before and products that I have, so it's going to be a little bit of everything. I have the foundation, concealer, bronzer, powder, eye products, all kinds of stuff. I'm even going to be using some of their brushes in today's video. But before we get into today's video, if you like these types of videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, I would love if you subscribe to my channel. Now let's get into this full face of Sephora collection. Okay guys, let's get started. I did go ahead and I primed my eyes off of camera. I did use the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. It's not my favorite. I think it's a little bit too pink, so the next time that these go on sale I'll probably pick up another color. But yeah, I did go ahead and use that, and then I did set it with the powder that we're going to use later on in today's video. So for eyes, I did go ahead and I picked up a few of these Sephora colorful matte eyeshadows, I believe they're called. These are the single ones. I did pick up 5 of them. I will go ahead and show you the swatches of them, and then I will leave the names on the screen starting from the top to the bottom. But yeah, those are the 5 that I did go ahead and I picked up. And then I did go ahead and I picked up 2 of the shimmer single mattes, and this is what they look like, and this is starting from the top to the bottom, the names of them. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this first one. Now, I did notice that you can take these out and put them in like a magnetic, because I had a couple of these that were hard to open, and yeah, so just be careful of that. But the first one I'm going to use is in the shade 332 Flawless, and I'm just going to use a Morphe M504 brush and just throw that all in my crease. Okay, I brought you a little bit closer in so you could see better. So I did, like I said, just put in that first shade. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use a darker shade. I think I want to use this one. This is in the color 327 Sand Dunes. Let's see if I could open this without opening the whole thing. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so this is what Sand Dune looks like. And I'm just going to get a smaller brush. Let's use this one. This again is from Morphe. This is the M456. It's a little bit smaller, and I'm just going to throw this in the crease again, but a little bit lower than the first shade and not going up too much higher. And then I'm going to take the shade 302 Roasted Chestnut. It's just a little bit darker, and I'm going to use this pencil brush from BK Beauty. This is a 207. It just looks like this, and I'm just going to place this in the outer corner just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more dimension and a little bit more smokiness. And then it's going to look a little something like this, which I really do like the way this is looking. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like this. I really do like the matte so far. I will say these are a little bit powdery, but for the price, I'm not mad at it. It's fine with me. And yeah, and I like how you could take them out of the actual packaging and put them as singles, like in a magnetic palette. But yeah, I really do like that a lot. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take the shimmer one, and I'm going to use the shade Glazed Donut. It just looks like this, and I'm just going to top it all over my eyelid with my finger. And then if the finger doesn't work out, I'll just take a flat brush, something like this, and I'll get it with the brush, and then I'll spray it and then use it that way. Okay, I'm back. Eyes are almost done. I just have to do the lower lash line. So yeah, this is what the eye look is looking like. I will say I do like the way it came out. However, I do like the mattes more than I like the shimmers. The shimmers just didn't really do it for me. I started off with using my finger for the shimmer, but then I wanted to try using a brush, so I used a flat brush and I sprayed it, and I still didn't like it. So I just feel like the shimmers are not going to last a very long time on my eyelids. They're going to fade real quickly, but the mattes were really good. They were blendable. They worked nice. I like the colors. I will say they are a little powdery, but for the price, I'm not going to fault it. So, yeah, I think if you wanted to pick up a couple eyeshadows from the collection, I would pick up the mattes and not the shimmers, just because they weren't my favorite. But let's go ahead and move on to complexion. So the only thing I have on my face right now is moisturizer and then my eye cream. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to use this Blur and Smooth Primer. It's the Diffuse the Look of Imperfections primer. Smooth and Blur just looks like this. And we'll see what the texture is like. I haven't tried this before. This is new. I just bought this a couple of days ago for this video. I'm going to squirt a little bit on my hand first to see what it looks like. That is what the texture looks like. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to like this, because these types of primers feel like silicone. This reminds me of the one from Benefit, you know, the popular ones, but we'll go ahead and try it. I'm just going to go ahead and use the primer that I already have here on the back of my hand. Oh yeah, that does feel like exactly like that one from Benefit. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it right here in my T-zone. That actually blurred out really nicely. I see how I have a little bit of redness right here. Now, on camera, it looks worse than it does in person, but I can tell right here in the mirror that it toned down the redness a little bit, and it just blurred it and mattified it, which I am not mad at. Okay, so far I do like this primer. Very interesting. Now let's go ahead and move on to foundation. For foundation, I do have the Best Skin Ever foundation. It just looks like this. I have mine in the shade 17.5N, and I have not tried it. Like I said, I did forget to use a eye brush that I had from Sephora. This is the Pro Blending number 27 brush. It just looks like this. Now this is the older packaging. They have since done this a little bit different, but you still can get this brush. It's just going to look a little bit different, and the handles are going to look different as well, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, I forgot to use that. But I do have a foundation brush. This is the number 64 Pro foundation brush. It just looks like this, and I am going to go ahead and try this one out today. I do have a dry sponge here just in case. This is from the AOA Studios, and I washed this brush like 4 or 5 days ago, and it still feels soft and bouncy, so I'm not going to go wet it. I'm just going to use it dry if I need to use it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shake it because I have had this sitting in my collection. I've been wanting to do a full face of Sephora collection makeup, but I just didn't have the perfect opportunity, and I thought today was the perfect opportunity to try out these products. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to do like I usually do and put it directly on the brush. Ooh, that's a nice squirt. So that's one pump, and that is all I'm going to use right now. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this in. This is what the foundation is looking like with the brush. I did go ahead and use the sponge on my nose, and I will say this isn't full coverage. I could still see redness and my skin peeking through right here, so I don't love that. I would definitely say this is a light to very medium coverage. So yeah, I'm not like in awe like a lot of people are. I feel like it had a little bit, I wish it had a little bit more coverage is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I am not impressed. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try to layer this a second time and see what happens, but I think I'm gonna do it with a sponge. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and have to wet this. Okay, here is what the foundation looks like, a little bit build up more. I just put a little bit more right here on my cheeks and my forehead and my nose, but just a very tiny bit of it. And I will say this isn't my favorite foundation. I thought I was gonna like this a little bit more than I do, and yeah, I just don't care for it. So I don't know. It's not worth the hype that it got, but it doesn't look bad. I will say that it doesn't look bad. It's just personal preference for me. I just feel like I want a little bit more coverage, but it does look nice and natural on my skin. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look dewy, but yeah, I just wish it had a tiny bit more coverage. So let's go ahead and move on to concealer. I do have two different concealers. So I did buy this one first. This is the Bright Future Gel Serum, and I have it in the shade 05 Parfait. I think that's what it's called. Just looks like this. So I thought this concealer that I got was this one, the Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer, but it wasn't. This one I have it in the shade 10N. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use this what is this? Like I said, the Bright Future Gel Serum. I'm going to use it on one side of my eye, and then I'll use the Best Skin Ever on the other eye. So let's go ahead and use the serum one first. I feel like if I'm going to use this one again, I'll use it as a color corrector or a brightening, since that is what it sounds like it is. But I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the inner corner and then a little bit over here. And then I do have another brush that I want to use from Sephora. Oh yeah, and then the 64 brush, I like it, but it does leave a little bit of streaks, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to try this one. This is the number 56 brush. It just looks like this. I believe you still could find this brush. Any of the brushes that I talk about today, I will try to link them down in the description bar. If I forget, let me know, because I probably will forget. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out just to see what it looks like. This is a little bit too big for a concealer brush, but that's how I want to use it. I think this is supposed to be like a foundation brush, but yeah. So this is what this side is looking like blended out. Yeah, so this is going to be more of a brightening, even though I feel like it didn't really brighten it. It definitely didn't it didn't give me any coverage, because I could still see dark circles right in this area, and you're not going to be able to tell, but yeah, I definitely do not love this. Let's go ahead and use the other concealer, the Best Skin Ever, and again, I have not tried this out before. This will be my first time trying this out. So far everything that I've tried is my first time trying it. And then this is what the doe foot applicator looks like. It's pretty chunky. And then we're just going to go ahead and put it on this side first. And then I think I am going to add it to this side, just because I feel like I said, it did not really do nothing for me. But, ooh, that's pretty thick. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll go ahead and I'll add this to the center of my face. And then since I already used this brush, I'm just going to go ahead and use the sponge, just so that way it's a little bit faster for me. And this is what the Best Skin Ever concealer is looking like on this side. I definitely like this concealer more. You could tell this one gave me more coverage on this side than the serum concealer. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more on this side, and then I'm going to add just a little bit more on my nose because I can see some redness. Okay, let's move on to powder. And for powder, I do have this Micro Smooth powder in the shade Claire Light 15. Just looks like this. Now, did I get this at Sephora, or did I get this at Marshalls or TJ Maxx? I'm not 100% sure, because I do know I have seen this roaming around at Marshalls and TJ Maxx, so I'm not 100% sure, but I do know you still can get this at Sephora, and it's very affordable. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, oh yeah, I used this on my eyes earlier, but I haven't used it on my face. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use this brush from Sephora again. This is the Airbrush 55 brush. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little bit. This is very powdery, so just be very careful. I'm even going to blow it because I don't want too much powder on my skin. And I'm going to just put this everywhere on my face. Okay, this is what one side of my face is looking like with the powder. I have it on this side of my face. And I like the way it looks. It does look nice. The powder does not look cakey. But yeah, I really do like this powder So far, so good. Okay, powder is on. Let's go ahead and move on to bronzer. I do have two different bronzers. I have a single bronzer. This is called the Matte Bronzer 02 Malacora. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. It's in shade number 2 though. I do know that. It just looks like this. Let me show you what this one looks like real quick. That is the shade of this one. And then I do have this contour palette. This comes with a bronzer, contour, and a highlight. This is in light medium, and it just looks like this. This is a trio. And then let me go ahead and open it up and show you guys what this one looks like. Again, I have not tried out these products before. This is the first time. And then this is what the trio looks like. I like this. This is really nice packaging. So I think what I'm going to do is... that's what that looks like. I wonder if the bronzers look... oh, they look kind of different. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I think I'm going to use this as my bronzer, and then I will go ahead and try to contour a little bit with this. And then I do have another highlighter that I want to try. So yeah, let me go ahead and try this bronzer out first. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use this Morphe M581 brush, and I'm just going to bronze my skin. This is a little bit powdery, but it's not too powdery. Whoa, that is pigmented. Okay, this is what this bronzer looks like on my skin, and I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It looks okay. I feel like I could use a little bit more bronzer on my skin, but I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah, it doesn't look bad, but yeah, it's fine. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and just dip into this one a little bit. I'm going to contour just a little bit. Sorry, I feel like I have hair somewhere and I cannot get it. It's like bugging the crap out of me. So for this, I should have got a brush before I decided I was going to contour. I'm just going to use this M441 brush because I cannot find another brush. And I'm just going to dip into this one. This is a contour shade. And I'm just going to lightly contour my cheekbones. Yeah, this is definitely not the brush for this. So next time I will try to use a better brush, but don't do what I did, you guys. Don't use a small brush like that. But I will say I kind of do like the contour. That actually looks really good. I just wouldn't use that brush that I used. For blush, I do have two of the Sephora blushes. These are both matte blushes. I have them in the shade Shame on You and Flirted Up. So Flirted Up is one of the shades that was like really popular and viral, and it was hard to get, but I did go ahead and find it. It just looks like this. I won't use this today just because I feel like it's a little bit too pink tone for what we have going on. They didn't have very many colors to choose from in store, so I'm not sure if these are going to be discontinued or what the deal is, but they do have more shades online than in store, so just keep that in mind. And then the other shade, like I said, is Shame on You, and I feel like this one's a little bit more, yeah, it's still not gonna go with the look, but it's better than the other one. So we'll go ahead and try this one out. I'm just gonna use a brush that I already have. I'm just gonna wipe it because it is a little bit dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and still use it. And then I'll go ahead and tap it in there. I will say a lot of the powder products that I tried in today's video is very powdery, so just keep that in mind. If that's something that bugs you, you're probably not gonna like these products, but they are powdery. And this is what the blush is looking like. I like it. I like that color a lot. I found the brush that I wanted to use for contour. I wanted to use the 501 brush, but it was dirty. I was using it for a highlighter and I found it. But yeah, normally I would use this to contour. but I couldn't find it. But anyway, so next for highlighter, I do have this Sephora Golden Hour Highlighter Duo. It just looks like this. I do have it in the shade 02 Daybreak. This is actually called the Sephora Golden Hour Highlighter Duo in the shade 02 Daybreak. And let me open it so you can see what it looks like. That is what the shade looks like. I'm going to be very careful with this just because this does look very glowy and it might be a little bit too light for my skin tone, but we're just going to try it out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to actually try this one first. This looks like a cream. Is this a cream? No, it's powder. That's what the two shades look like, just so that way in case you would like to know. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of this one first. Yeah, this is definitely powder. It looks like it's like a cream to powder, but I don't think it is. And then I'm just going to put it right here. So this one is definitely not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. Like, you could barely see it. So I don't love that. Let's go ahead and use the other side and see what that side looks like. Oh, this one definitely has more pigment to it. Oh yeah, that is definitely, oh yeah, you could see that one better. Okay, I like that. That part I do like. So this is the side that I like more. This one's going to give you more pigment than this side. The side I didn't care for. I wish this would just come out as a single. But yeah, that is what that looks like. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get my dual fiber brush and I'm just going to softly blend this out a little bit just so that way it doesn't look like it has a line. But when I do that, I feel like the product kind of goes away, but still there. You could see it, but yeah, that's what that looks like. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to use the side that I like more just because the other side is not doing anything for me. So this is what the highlighter is looking like. I really do like that a lot. Yeah, I definitely like this highlighter, but I just like that one side of the highlighter, so just keep that in mind. It is a duo. But so this is what the face is looking like so far. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to jump off camera real quick. I'm going to do my eyebrows. I don't have an eyebrow product from Sephora collection. And then I'm going to do my lower lash line. And then what I am going to do also off camera is I'm going to put one of these eyelashes on. These are both from Lily Lashes Time Sephora collection. I have two different styles. This is a Sephora exclusive. The first style I have is Beverly Drive, which just looks like this. Hopefully you could see it. And then the other style is 34th Street and it just looks like this. So yeah, so I'm going to figure out which eyelash to put on, do my eyebrows, my lower lash line, do some brow bone highlight, and then we will come back and we will do mascara and the lips, and then we will be all done with this video. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot. I have a mascara to show you. So before I do eyelashes, I do want to put on the mascara. And for mascara, I have this Lash Craft Length and Volume Longwear mascara. Just looks like this. And then this is what the applicator looks like. It's kind of chunky, but we are going to go ahead and give this a shot. If you guys don't know by now, I love a lengthening and volumizing mascara all in one. Okay guys, this is what the mascara looks like with just one side on. I love the way this looks. Like, I don't know if you could tell, but yes, so far so good with the mascara. I really do like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do the other side with the mascara, put on the false lashes, and then we will come back and wrap up this video with the lips. I'm back and today has truly been a shit show. I have been trying to film this video for, I swear to God, maybe 3 hours already. And I just had so many interruptions, so I am so sorry if this video is all over the place, but I try to put these lashes on and this is my least favorite product out of this entire video. These are horrible for me. I tried to put them on, but they were just too thick and too heavy on my eyes. I just could not do it. And yeah, I got glue on them and it was just, ugh. So out of everything, like I said, this is my least favorite. I probably won't even be using those again. If I do decide to use them, I'll probably have to cut them. But yeah, So I just went ahead and I put mascara on, and I did go ahead and I put eyeliner in my waterline. I used two different pencils in my waterline. I think it's this way. I used this one on this side and then this on this side. So for this side, I use, of course, it's from Sephora. It's the Ultimate Gel Eyeliner, waterproof in brown matte 09, and it's a retractable pencil. It just looks like this. I will go ahead and give you guys a swatch. That is the color. I will say, out of the two pencils that I used today, this one is my least favorite. I feel like this one is fading a little bit more than this one, which is the 12-hour colorful crayon contour in the shade 51 Stone. This is a matte and it's also waterproof. This one you do have to sharpen, but I will say it is hard to open. I did break the pencil trying to open this, but yeah, I will give you a swatch, and it's this one on top. So this one looks a little bit gray than the one on the bottom. The bottom looks more brown, but yeah, I do prefer the one that's the 12-hour one, the one that looks like this one, the one that you do have to sharpen. So if you could find like a better color, I would highly recommend. And for lips, I do have a couple lip products to show you guys. The first one, I'm not going to use this today just because I have other lip products that I want to try out, but this one is the cream lip stain. It just looks like this, and it is in the shade, what shade is this? It is so hard to find. Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to read this. I don't know. If I could see what shade what the name is, then I'll leave it in the description box. If not, I'll leave like something right here maybe. But yeah, it's just a lip stain, and this is what the color looks like. It is a really pretty color, but I feel like it's a little bit too red tone for what we got going on. It's a little bit too warm tone. So what I'm going to use instead is I'm going to put on this lip liner first. This is the Contour Rouge Gel Lip Liner. I have it in the shade 29 Dressed to the 90s. It just looks like this. I do have another shade in the shade called 04 Creme de la Creme, but it's a little bit too warm tone for this look, so I want to go ahead and use this one, and then I will give you guys a swatch. I just what's it called? Wiped my hand, so it's going to be too hard to tell, but that is what the color looks like. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with this, and then I am going to put this lipstick on. This is the Lip Stories in Brunch Date. This is what the packaging looks like. It's in number 1, and then it looks like this. I will say the packaging of this one feels a little bit cheap. And then I will go ahead and give you guys a swatch as well. So they're a little bit different from each other, but that's okay. I'm still going to put these on together, and then I'm gonna top it off with this what is this called? It's called the Effect Volume Plump Effect Lip Gloss, I guess. It's in 02, and yeah, it's just a lip gloss. Okay guys, I am back, and this is what the finished makeup look is looking like. I don't mind the way it looks. I had some misses, I had some good products that I liked, but overall it's not bad. I just feel like my face looks a little bit too natural for what I like, but like I said, it's not bad. So let's go over the products real quick that I did use in today's video. The eyelashes I do not like. I'll try to use them again, but yeah, I just was so frustrated in using these because they were so heavy, so thick, and so hard to put on that I just did not like these. So these ones are a pass for me. The blush I really did like. I just wish they had more shades to choose from in store. The highlighter duo I did like. However, I just like one side of the duo, which is the more brighter side. This one was my favorite side. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure like if I would pick this up again. Probably not, just for that one side. The powder, I do like the way it looks. It doesn't make my face look cakey or anything like that. It did set the makeup down, so I did like the powder. The bronzer I did like. I just want to play with it some more. I just felt like it was a little bit too natural. I'm not sure if this like Sephora collection makeup stuff is supposed to like be natural, but I felt like it wasn't. Like most of the products that I used was more natural, but that's fine. I still will try to use this some more. The contour duo, I only used it to contour and I really did like it. The mascara I really did like a lot. I liked because it was both lengthening and volumizing, and it wasn't a like one of those ones where it's one side is the lengthen, then the other side is the volume, and then you gotta flip it around and do this and do all kinds of crazy stuff. It's already in the product for the volumizing and the lengthening, so this mascara I definitely will be using again. The foundation I did like I said, it's just a little bit too natural for my liking, but you guys might like it. I'll go ahead and use this some more to see if I can make it work. The primer I really did like a lot. It did smooth out my skin. It looks really nice, and yeah, I really did like this primer a lot. I'm going to be using this some more. Then the concealers. I did like the Best Skin Ever concealer. This one I liked more than this one. The serum just didn't do nothing for me. It didn't make it look brightening. It didn't color correct, so yeah, I would definitely skip out on this one. But the Best Skin Forever I really did like. And then the eyeshadows, I did like the eyeshadows, but I did like the matte ones more than the shimmer ones. So if you want some eyeshadows from the Sephora collections, I highly recommend checking out the matte formula. And then the what are these? The eyeliner pencils. I preferred the 12-hour ones more. These are the ones where you have to sharpen. I like these more than the ones that were retractable. So just keep that in mind. And then the lip products, I really did like the lip pencil. The lip gloss, I really do like a lot. And then the lipstick, I like the formula. I just wasn't crazy about the color. I felt like the color, I thought the color was going to be more like of a brown, but it's not. It's more of a like terracotta, orangey, brown color. And I just didn't like that on my lips personally, but the formula is really good. I would definitely check out some other colors in the collection to see if there's something else that I might like more. And then the brushes. So I forgot to mention there was two brushes I didn't use, but I already talked about this one. But this one, I have the number 47 brush. It just looks like this. I have had this in my collection for a while now, and I used it for cream blush, and I really do like it, but it's not like a must. It's not something to write home about, but I do like it. And the other brushes that I used, again, they were okay. This foundation brush was okay for me. I just felt like it was a little bit too streaky when I put on the foundation, so I had to go over it with a sponge. And then the other one, the number 55, I did like for powder. Alright, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this full face of Sephora collection. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan on picking anything up from Sephora collection. I would definitely love to know. And let me know if you have any of these products in your collection and how it works out for you. But you guys, until the next time, I will catch you guys later. Bye!